My name's Gary Silversides. I'm from Industry Partners Australia. Part of our overall brand, we have a product called IPA Collective. Look, this is a group of professional organisations that, in all fairness, we trust. Um, they're specialists in their area, some of the best in Australia, and they offer consulting, training, and other services. Today, I'm very lucky to have James with me from CulturAlchemy. Good afternoon, James.
G'day, Gary. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. So tell me a little bit about the services that you guys offer.
So at Culture Alchemy, we've been around for 5 years, and we offer executive coaching services. We work with executive teams and help executive teams come to a sense of alignment around their organizational culture, where it is today and where they want it to be in the future, in order to execute on their business imperative, which is often set by board conversations and exec conversations. More than that, we offer bottom-up services to work with cross-section teams across their sites, to help them make sense and give a sense of agency to their staff and to the key people and influencers in their organization to own culture. We offer our flagship program called Ignite, and that's designed to build the leadership capabilities necessary in your leaders, in the leaders of your organization, to own culture and get a handle on it. So that's sort of the main heartbeat of our service offering around Australia and also internationally.
Okay, cool. All right. Do you have any restrictions on where you offer these services to in Australia at all, James?
In Australia, absolutely not. We cover Australia and New Zealand with our services. We have clients internationally as well, as I mentioned.
Okay.
Yeah, but not limited to regions as such. We do a lot of our work hybrid with a hybrid model.
Yep.
We love to be in person with groups and with individuals, but obviously with the speed of business and also the increasing cost base, we offer the hybrid
Yeah.
services, and
Yeah.
we find we get a really good outcome with that as well.
Cool. What's your key motivation for this?
So for me, well, for me, I love igniting the potential of people.
Mm.
Whether that's in the individual space, and whether that's in the collective space as well, seeing a team come together and become aware of themselves and what they can potentially do, and then step into that in reality, is something that I get a lot of joy from myself. But I know my team, our co-founders, our core team of consultants, and also our associate network, which is more broader. There's an orientation around that concept of liberating human potential, whether it's, we get stuck in our careers, we get stuck in our leadership,
Mm.
and absolutely cultures can get stuck as well. And that's where Culture Alchemy comes in. And so we are org psychs, we are psychologists, we are executive coaches, we are advanced facilitators. And we'd love to get into that messy middle of organizational culture to help you make sense of it. So yeah, it comes the motivation comes from the inside. And we use our executive careers and our leadership experience in that as well as scientific research.
That's fantastic. That's really exciting, yeah. Talk to me about maybe one success story that you've had. So you've been in and you've changed an organization significantly.
So I love fast paced manufacturing, and in Australia, I think we really do have a competitive edge because the creativity of our people in Australia, the work ethic, but also our culture, how we work through innovative solutions, I think is a real like international competitive edge. I don't think we've realised that yet. But over the last 4 years, I've been working with a leadership group of a fast-paced manufacturing site in Sydney, and started working with them at a particular point in their development where they didn't have any leadership offsites. They were just 24/7. They were just on the grind, just going hard, working hard, and they were about to introduce an international standard around enterprise excellence to improve efficiencies, working processes, and so on. And they wanted to improve their ways of working. So rather than this new methodology being pushed on them, they wanted to work out better ways of working themselves first. So get their house in order in terms of their own leadership culture and their thinking. Then that would pave the way for this new methodology. So 4 years later, they're installing a new line. They've doubled their business. They're attracting talent. They're re-attracting talent. So talent that left is wanting to come back to them because they want to be a part of this growth story and the innovation that's actually happening on site. So I was only a couple of weeks ago. I had the most recent offsite, and to experience the culture of the team where it was 4 years ago to where it is now, and how much more aware and choiceful they are around their decisions and what's motivating their behavior is really having a knock-on impact, not just to themselves, but the other sites in this organization around the country and New Zealand as well.
Yeah, one of the things I just picked up on there was having an incredible culture is really, really important in regard to attracting good people as well, isn't it?
Totally. And love working with cultures that are self-aware because
Mm,
whether we realize it or not, whether we want it or not, your business and our teams have culture. I guess the
mm,
question that we invite leaders and senior leaders to explore is how is that culture going for you, and is it enabling and unleashing creativity and making things easier, or is it locking down and constraining the potential of what
yeah,
already exists in your organization? So, in a competitive market for talent, culture is needs to be right at the top of the list, I think. Yeah.
yeah, that's cool. Um, Culture Alchemy are a relatively new partner to the IPA Collective. What was it that excited you about joining us?
It was part of our strategic intent to bridge into more manufacturing organisations, larger organisations, but we wanted to just share our message more broadly. As I mentioned earlier, we've created a program called Ignite, and we just want to get the word out there about how good this thing is. I'm a little bit biased because I helped create it, but it really does make a difference in leadership mindset and then their behaviour and then what happens as a result of that. So it's great to having met the IPA group and crew and obviously some of the customers already and starting to work in that space. So it's really cool.
Awesome, that's fantastic. James, I'd like to thank you very much for your time today and catch up soon.
Thanks, Gary.